everyone, so today is going to be our New Year's Eve outlook for the whole entire country, and today is the 30th, so what better day to do it than the day before? Except I probably should have done it a couple days ago, but that's okay. I've been busy, so has everyone else. So here we go. Okay, so tomorrow on New Year's Day, it looks like for the most part the country is going to be relatively quiet, so to say. Now we do have a winter storm that was exiting the northeast earlier today, pretty much late last night, earlier this morning. That has exited into the Canadian Maritimes and is long gone, so now we just have cold and blustery conditions across the northeast. Lots of snow to talk about, however, and a good swath of it too, places all the way from Maine, all the way stretching down into parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, even northern Texas is snow covered. So, and that was that was with the two winter storms that we just had yesterday, and then a few days before with, again, the same pretty much track. But those winter storms are gone, and right now we just have, again, clear conditions, and it's a lot colder too. We have had a ushering of cold air from Canada behind the winter storms. So tomorrow on New Year's Eve, it is going to be rather cold in the northern tier of the country's highs are only going to be in the teens in the upper Midwest, and 30s and 40s pretty much widespread throughout the northeast going into the Great Lakes and Mid-Atlantic. You will see 40s, 50s, and even some pockets of 60s in the south. Dry, it will be dry. And then spreading over into the Rockies and over into the west, we are going to have pretty much tranquil conditions. We are going to start to see our new storm take shape in the southwestern part of the country, in the Four Corners region. That's going to start taking shape tomorrow. We are going to have some showers into parts of maybe Arizona, New Mexico, and California. Nothing to really worry about in terms of really heavy precipitation, heavy snow, or any severe weather. None to talk about just yet. That's going to happen later on during the week. But for tomorrow, New Year's Eve itself, it does look like the majority of the country is going to be quiet. Temperatures will be about average in the west, so typical 40s, 50s, and then 60s into the LA Basin and Phoenix area. Now, going into New Year's Day itself, we are going to have our storm from the Four Corners region go into the southern plains into Texas, and that's where we're going to tap in some Gulf moisture, and we are going to have some more showers and possibly thunderstorms coming into, you could say, like the Houston area and some other parts along the Gulf Coast. Nothing severe is expected, and not a lot of wintry precipitation just yet. We are going to have some snow back into the front range of the Rockies in Colorado, spreading into some of the plain states, Kansas, Nebraska, and parts of Oklahoma, but that really won't actually gear up in terms of the storm until probably on Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday, that's when it's supposed to just move right across the southern tier of the country. So really, New Year's Eve itself is going to be looking dry. However, just cold for pretty much the whole entire country. It is going to be New Year's Day, and after that, we're going to see the storm system move across the south. Now, also, because I haven't done a video for the January outlook, I just want to briefly mention that January itself looks to be an interesting kind of month. We haven't really had a cold spell, sort of say, but that is going to change. Actually, the first week of January, this upcoming week, we are going to have a very cold air mass move south from Canada into the northeast and parts of the Mid-Atlantic and Great Lakes region, and places could see their coldest temperatures since like 2010. Because last year obviously it was very mild, and the year before that was fairly mild too, and we haven't really seen a really cold outbreak in parts of the northeast, but we are going to see that for a few days coming into this week. Temperatures won't even get out of the 20s and teens in parts of New England, and even down into the Mid-Atlantic, only 30s for highs in DC and Baltimore, and even going into like Minneapolis and Chicago, only highs in the teens and 20s, which isn't cold, but it's definitely colder than what we've seen over the past couple winters. So that's going to happen this week, and then we are going to have fairly mild conditions kind of set up across the southern states for the month of January, and even going into the south, desert southwest, just milder temperatures and also drier across these areas as well. At least that's what the models are forecasting for January itself. Cooler than normal conditions coming across the northern tier of the country with more shots of cold air from Canada. And then pretty much in the middle part of the United States, you could see an equal chance of seeing cooler, warmer, or about average temperatures for the month of January. Again, drier in the northern tier. It is going to be a bit wetter in the northern tier, especially in the Pacific Northwest, and then going over into the Great Lakes, Ohio, River Valley, and the interior Northeast. That's where you could see some wetter conditions in this upcoming month of January 2013. But other than that, enjoy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Again, pretty good for tomorrow. So if you are going to be out to New York City, outside seeing the ball drop at midnight, it is going to be calm and it is going to be clear, about partly cloudy skies, but it is going to be pretty chilly. So you definitely want to have winter gear when you're standing outside waiting for the ball to drop. And other than that, I'll see you in the new year. Have a Happy New Year, and remember to keep your eye to the sky. All right, bye.